This is Joy Paris of Network.tv, and tonight we're here at the Mary Pickford Center for Weaving the Past, A Journey of Discovery. Shelley, Walter, and
Mario Prado, who's in the film, and he's wonderful. He's incredible.
First of all, you got to tell me a little bit about the journey and how it began. I know we don't have that much time, but in a nutshell.
The film is about my husband's grandfather and his grandfather's early participation in the Mexican Revolution, and how his grandfather became this extraordinary minister, but what he went through in his early life. And so it's a recreation. And it's also Walter finding his relatives on his grandfather's side. So it took 12
After
years.
100 years of separation.
Amazing. Well, what made you even start the journey? Like, what inspired you to do it?
Two things. One, my grandfather is a great inspiration to me, and I hit a place in my life where I was really in need of inspiration and help. He'd already been dead for decades, so I just thought of him, and I felt his coming to me, and I felt that I was supposed to dig into the family past and reconnect with his family. And in doing so, I learned about this wonderful young man, an idealistic, revolutionary journalist, writer, brilliant guy, heart guy, who was his best friend. He was his older, like an older brother. They grew up together on the same hacienda. And this young man was very well educated and really influenced my grandfather in social justice. And Mario,
Play that young man.
my dear friend, played that young man brilliantly in the reenactments that you'll see, and are very powerful. And this fellow just really captured the spirit of this amazing young man, Praxedis Guerrero, who is a Mexican hero, a revolutionary icon.
When you read the script and you heard about the story, what were some of the things you were thinking of how to bring this to life for yourself?
Well, bless his heart, he never had a script.
You didn't have a script? You just knew the concept?
You know, Walter was so fantastic about being so sincere about his true motivation for the film. He always reminded us, and not to mention as a person to work with, Walter's so giving, so thankful. I mean, every moment was an absolute blessing working with the guy. I can't, a very genuine soul in very many ways, and I'd work with him again in a heartbeat.
Thank you.
What did you tap into yourself to bring this character to life that he was talking about?
The same sincerity that he demonstrated every day on the set, the same earnestness that he had demonstrated every day on the set. It was a pleasure. It was great. I'll never forget it.
What did you learn from doing this project, besides finding and reconnecting with your family?
I learned that, if you have a dream and you really determine to keep on the path, that it'll come about and you will succeed in time. The process of doing it is a great teacher. So I feel good.
And what do you want the audience to come away with when they see this project?
I want them to come away inspired, not only to look at their own families and do research on their own families and find the heroes in their families, because everybody's got them, but to think about what we each can do to light a candle in this world, do what we can do. If it's just handing the homeless man some food, and saying good morning and smiling and treating him like a human being, or if it's doing something on a greater scale, whatever it is, do what you can do. We all can do something.